Dad, don't leave, Lenotchka shouted and held onto his sweater from behind. Go to your mother. She will bring you a new daddy, young and handsome. And you and Dimka will have a sweet life. Mom will arrange it. Annoyed, Konstantin broke free from his daughter's grip and walked out through the gate. From there, he still said, when I decide what I planned, I will take you and Dimka with me. Lena, don't degrade yourself. Father will not come back. Serafima sat on the porch and cracked sunflower seeds. How can you be so calm, Mom? Because of Arthur? But he is too young for you. He needs to live with us so he won't have to pay Baba Klava for a room. You will regret treating father like this. Me and Dimka will never accept this traitor Arthur. You are too young to have opinions. Where will you go? I decide everything in the house. Seema shook the dust off her dress and scolded her daughter. Sweep the yard. The chickens made a mess. Why do you let them out? It's impossible to enter the house, the daughter retorted. Dima ran from the street, holding a football in his hands. Saw Dad with a backpack. He never went fishing with such an inflated one before. Dimka. He left us completely, clarified Lena. Why? Mom drove Dad away and invited the mistress of the house. They built the house together. When grandmother and grandfather gave them money for it. Soon the stepfather will take his place and will be hard on you and Dimka. What kind of stepfather? I don't want to, the boy stuttered out of excitement. Elena turned 15, and Dimka would soon be 10. The departure of their father upset the children, but even more so the appearance of this syrupy Arthur. They didn't know his nationality, but he had light hair and blue eyes. His non-Russian name puzzled them. He drove into the yard in an expensive car. He filled his mother's bedroom with his things, and stocked the fridge with groceries. Serafima used to work as a saleswoman in Arthur's store. Now he fired her. I will provide for the family, and you will take care of the house, and make sure there is always plenty of delicious food on the table. I love to eat, he said. Lena grimaced and whispered to her brother. Young, but so fat, belly like a pregnant ant. He said it so that Mom would always cook for him, Dima replied. Arthur looked at Elena. His gaze made the girl uncomfortable, and she wanted to run away from home. Only there was nowhere to go. Father was living with a friend. They couldn't go there. The father's parents were in the Volgograd region. You need to take the bus to school from there. And here, in the Moscow region, the school was close by. Grandma and Grandpa from the mother's side were in the Stavropol region. Mother could come and take them back home. Elena complained to her classmate Roma, with whom she was friends and who was a frequent guest at their home. Lenka, if anything, shout loudly. I will hear, he said. Roma's family home was beyond the fence. Arthur thought evil when he heard that Dima and Roma were going fishing early Saturday morning. That day he woke up with a groan. Seema, I'm sick. You go with Mikhail for the goods instead of me. I will rest, he said. Not the first time, Arthur. She got ready and left the house. Dimka ran after her. Elena also stood up. She freshened up in the bathroom. In her room, she was combing her hair in front of the mirror. I will make you rich if you marry me. Arthur hugged her from behind. Get lost. The girl pushed him away. This angered Arthur, and he pushed Lena onto the bed. Then he wanted to do what he planned. Roma heard Elena's scream. They were picking fishing gear in the shed with Dimka and got delayed. He ran into the house. He kicked Arthur so hard that he fell to the ground. He held his heavy body with his knee so that the man couldn't move, and skillfully twisted his arm behind his back. Arthur howled and begged him to let go, but Dimka, who arrived next, shrewdly called the police. Arthur offered the boys a lot of money, but it didn't help. Law enforcement officers made Arthur put on his lowered boxers and sports pants. They led him barefoot into the yard. There, they placed him in a special vehicle and drove away. At the trial, Elena's father, Vladimir, was present. Roman testified as a witness. Arthur received a sentence. Vladimir began active work. He brought building materials. On the other side of the house, he cut an opening and installed a door. Next, he built a porch. Inside, he partitioned off the entrance to the second half of the house, now occupied by his wife. With a wardrobe, he moved the staircase to the attic to his own half. Now the children will live with him and sleep upstairs in their rooms. Vladimir had long been planning this and saving money, but in this situation, everything worked out. Seema found a job as a salesperson at a retail outlet at the railway station. She commuted there by electric train. In Arthur's shop, which was located nearby, his brother from Moscow was now in charge. Thank you for watching. Leave likes, write comments, subscribe to our channel, and you will be the first listeners of the next new story.